amount of effort you are putting in and getting nothing back is draining. Trust me when I say you are doing way too much. And the secret to life as a woman is doing less. Dropping the masculine shield and embracing the softness you crave will 180 your entire life, and I'm speaking from experience. So today I'm sharing my 13 laws of being a soft woman that I practice daily. The theme of each law is the path of least resistance, because a soft embodiment is literally just taking the easiest path to get what you want. No more uphill battles, no more putting in all this effort and getting nothing back, no more feeling like life is against you. You'll just be sitting back, relaxed, feeling sexy and calm. The first soft girl law is reflect and release. Self-reflection is the key to being soft and being carefree, because you're understanding what you need to work on, what you need to let go of, and what is able to stay in your life that is actually helping you. But the most important part of reflection is being able to release. So being able to reflect upon your habits, your behavior patterns, your actions, and being able to release what is no longer serving you. So many people, so many women, maybe they're in the reflection stage, but they're unable to release, right? They understand that their habits are no longer serving them. The people in their life are no longer serving them. Their behavior, their patterns no longer serve them. But why are they unable to release it? That is when you continue to keep yourself in this mental prison of, I know what I need to do, but I can't do it and I don't want to do it. That is the opposite of being soft. Take time to reflect on what is making you happy and what is making you stressed, and stop keeping the things that make you stressed in your life. There's a video coming out this week on detachment, because this is truly one of the keys, which we're going to get into in that video. But just a little snippet of this is being able to let go. Let go of the things that don't serve you. I don't care if your friends have been your friends since you were 5 years old and they know you so well and you know you love them. If they treat you like crap, let them go. I don't care if you believe that guy is gonna change. Reflect on it and let that man go. So many things are stagnant and stale in your life and you're unhappy because of it. All you have to do is let go. There's a very good saying that goes like this: let go or be dragged. And right now you're being dragged, and no soft woman is actually dragged. Truly becoming the softer, lighter version of yourself is releasing the things that are weighing you down. Right now, life is probably filled with a bunch of anger, old stories, old beliefs from the past, grudges, resentment. If somebody in your life is causing you to be resentful, it's because they are not the person you expect, and the change that you want from them is not happening. The only thing you can control is yourself. So instead of spending your entire life trying to control somebody else to change into the person you want them to be, just let them go. Let them go be that version of themselves with somebody else, because somebody else will accept them being that version of themselves, and that is where they will thrive. But you are not thriving with that person. You are not thriving with that situation because you have different standards. You have different expectations. Just find somebody, find people, find situations that meet your standards so that you don't have to control or contort things to fit those standards. I understand that this can be one of the hardest things to do on your level up journey and becoming that soft version of yourself. So I really encourage you to think about therapy when it comes to releasing, right? Reflecting and releasing. Doing this with a professional is very, very encouraged. And with that, I would like to introduce BetterHelp as the paid partner of today's video. BetterHelp connects you with credentialed therapists who are trained to listen and give you unbiased advice. Having a space that feels safe and a person that is listening to you who is unbiased is such a key part of working through your old beliefs and whatever emotions are stored in your body that you still need to work on and let go of. Getting started with BetterHelp is such an easy process. Just go to their site using my link, answer a few questions, and you're all set to be matched to a professional who has years of experience helping with struggles just like yours. With BetterHelp, you get to choose how you want to speak to your therapist, which has always been my favorite part, along with how customizable you are able to make your therapy journey. I'm going to leave my discount code on the screen, which is betterhelp.com/Vakita, and I'll leave a link in the top of my description box so you can sign up and enjoy a special discount on your first month. The action step for soft law number 1 is spending a few minutes every single morning or evening journaling about things that might be weighing you down, thought patterns you might have noticed, patterns in general that you might have been noticing. Maybe you're always dating the same kind of guy. Maybe you're always meeting the same type of friends. Maybe you're always in the same sort of situations. Whatever it is, take that 5 minutes a day to journal about it and reflect on what you're feeling. But the most important key part, like I mentioned earlier, release. This daily practice takes away the rumination process that happens when we don't think about what we're feeling, when we don't take time to consciously observe Okay, I feel really irritated by that. Why? If we don't do that day to day, we are going to start piling and piling and piling. And next thing you know, we're going to come to an explosion. And that's when we start getting emotionally dysregulated. We start yelling at and getting angry at people. And we don't want that. So we do this preventative process of journaling to make sure that we are staying on top of what we're feeling, how we're thinking, and what is going on in our lives. Soft girl law number 2, stop arguing. This one was huge for me. As a chronic debater, as someone who went to school to pursue law, I love to have a little debate. I love to engage in a little discussion, and it was not a friendly discussion back in the day. I would discuss to prove points. I would discuss to defend my point of view and to make sure people know that I'm right and I'm the smartest. And that is not what we want to do, because arguing is seriously the sucker of life, especially if you're trying to be soft. Honestly, now what I do is I'll be like, okay, cool, sounds good. Like, whatever you want to think, I'm going to let you think that. It's fine. You basically, in this law, just let everyone argue with themselves. A soft woman knows she doesn't have to argue or engage in heightened discussion or aggressive debates to make herself feel heard or prove her point. One thing I've completely taken on is I don't need to get pulled into and get dragged into every disagreement. If what that person is saying does not align with my views and my values, if it is not worth arguing, I simply won't do it. I will let them think what they want to think, because they will just continue to argue with themselves. You have to just focus on, as cliche as it sounds, protecting your peace. Arguments are the most draining thing, and most of the time they don't even work to change somebody else's mind. Rarely will somebody else's mind be changed by you getting out of character, you screaming, yelling, getting in, this heated discussion. It will simply just cause you to come out of character, dysregulate your emotional state, and get you all in a tiz. And what's the point? Like, what is actually the point? Another little piece of this is not trying to fight justice. Okay, I've talked about this on my Instagram, but trying to fight justice means that if I'm really loyal to someone, I used to always try and go to bat for them. I would always pull myself into arguments and disagreements because I love that person and they can't stand up for themselves, so I'm going to take it upon myself to do it for them. That is also not protecting your peace. If that person doesn't have the courage to speak up for themselves, me stepping in and doing it for them, again, is not going to change that other person's mind, but it's also not going to encourage my friend or the person I'm standing up for to learn to speak up for themselves. So I'm robbing them of a vital part of their journey by stepping in, and I'm also robbing myself, most importantly, of my peace, because I'm trying to fight justice for everybody. Being right, trying to fight justice, not important. Let that person think what they want to think and keep it moving. Soft girl law number 3 is rest while they hustle. In a world that glorifies hustle, resting is actually quite a revolutionary act. It's very rebellious. In a society that pushes every individual to hustle, and if you don't hustle enough, you're not doing enough, and you're not making enough, and you're just an awful human being to society. Who are you even? Why are you not contributing to society? No. As a soft woman, rest compounds into more. Okay, let me explain what that means. While they're all out there hustling, running around like chickens, trying to make things happen, you simply rest more. You do what you have to do, those key needle moving tasks that you know you have to do every single day that make that compounding effect, and everything else, just let it be. You rest, you take the time you need. If you're on your cycle, you rest, let them hustle, let them burn out. Burnout culture does not help. It does not benefit anyone, especially women. Utilizing this law means that you understand rest is just as important as the hard work. And success comes when both work together harmoniously. One is not above the other and it's just out of balance. You need both equally to be successful and to make things happen in your life. There are certain things that just do not require you to hustle. There are certain things that do not get done with you hustling or putting in more effort. A lot of things, especially in a woman's life, depending on your goals and the vision you have for your life, require you to just take a step back, rest, do less. It's not about being lazy. It's about recharging yourself so that you can live a life on your own terms. Soft girl law number 4 is create while they complain. Complaining is so much harder than just getting out there and creating what you want to create. You have all the tools necessary. Whatever you want to make happen in your life, you can make happen. And this might sound contradictory or counterintuitive to the point that I just mentioned about resting while they hustle, but I'm talking more about this power, Okay, this inner power for you to realize and recognize that you don't get what you want by complaining, you get what you want by creating it and making it happen. So instead of wishing that you had a different life, instead of complaining that you don't have enough money, or complaining that this person's living a better life because they had a better education or they got generational wealth, whatever it is, just stop complaining. It wastes so much energy and, more importantly, so much time. Take all that energy, take all that time that you're spending complaining about what you don't have, and go create it with your hands. Everything is possible. Everything can be yours. But first, it starts up here. Like, your creation and the things you want in your life first start up here. It starts with just the belief that you know you can do it and that it is available for you. When you focus on complaining, you contract your energy and you cutting yourself off from the abundance frequency. When you create, you expand, allowing yourself more opportunities, opening yourself up to the energy of abundance so that whatever you want just flows right to you. You don't have to go out there, run out there, and make it happen. Feminine energy is creative energy. It's creation. It's birthing things. Like I said, whatever you want, make possible for yourself by getting out there and doing it. Law number 5, care less, get more. The less you care, the more you will get. This is placing everything above you and you placing yourself below everything else. You're putting things on a pedestal, you're caring way too much, meaning you're attaching way too much to the outcome of the thing that you want, which makes it run away from you. You're in the chaser energy, it's in the runner energy, you're running around trying to find it. Where is it? It's running, I can't see it. It's because it doesn't want to be with you, because you're just doing too much. You're trying to control. You're trying to tight squeeze everything. You're going to literally squeeze this glass, it's going to shatter because you're just doing too much. The more you do, the more you expect, the less you actually receive. And I really want you to understand this, because this might truly be the most important law. It really ties everything together that we're speaking about here. The less you care, the more you will get. Your energy will be affected if you're always attached to the outcome. Your energy will be affected when you're trying to constantly control people. Your magnetism will be affected. The way people perceive you becomes affected. Everything is affected when you care too much. I'm not trying to encourage you to turn your emotions off. That is not what it means. It means building a solid foundation, a solid lighthouse, aka you are the lighthouse. You are standing there firmly, you are shining your light, and you are attracting the sailors and the ships in. It is so much easier to just build a solid foundation, build a beautiful garden, and let things come to you. This prevents you from controlling people. This prevents resentment. This prevents people from coming closer to you and then realizing, oh my God, this woman's taking away my freedom. She's a control freak. She's telling me what to do. She's nagging, and then they're running away. Caring less is truly the antidote to misery. So if there's one thing you're going to take from this video, please let it be this one. Care less about people's opinions, care less about proving your point, care less about being right, care less about what people think, just care less. Number 6 is another very juicy one and very important one, and that is to just let them. Just let them. Let people be who they are without taking on the responsibility of changing them. Let people think what they think. Let people say what they say. Let people be who they want to be. Accepting others as the way they are is a powerful practice to protecting your peace and to remaining powerful. By simply just letting them be who they are, you are letting go of the expectation that they have to show up every single day as the version of them you want them to be, as well as you let go of this responsibility that you have to guide them and shape them into this perfect human being, this version of themselves, like I just said, that you have in your head. That is not your responsibility, nor is it actually your obligation or your right. Like, you have no right to meet somebody, like them a little bit, right? And be like, yeah, you might be a good friend, but there's a couple things that I could change about you, and like take them in and then try to guide them and shepherd them into this person you want them to be. That is not fair. You cannot be doing that. That's actually quite manipulative if I think about it myself. You just need to look at people, see who they are, observe situations, and not absorb them. Consider, do I want this person in my life? Yes or no? No. Okay, keep it moving. Let them be. Let's keep it going. Like, you can't go into people's lives and disrupt them. Number 7, cliche again, sue me. Don't chase, attract. Stop chasing things Like I said, all you have to do is just be who you are, cultivate your own sense of self, your own sense of being, have your standards, have your boundaries, and let people come to you. Be the garden, let the butterflies fly on in and say, I want this flower, I want that. You don't go out there with a net trying to chase the butterflies. Let the butterflies come to you in the garden that you have built, the beautiful, flourishing, lively, abundant garden you have built. Because when you build your own identity, again, you are the lighthouse or you're the garden, pick whatever analogy resonates the most with you. When you build yourself in a way that is aligned to who the person you want to be, the best version of yourself, the vision you have for your life, and the people that you want in your life, like when you're clear on all four of those things, you attract those same things into your life. When you go out there with a net trying to chase the butterflies, you don't care what you're getting in that net. It could be dead, it could have no legs, it could have no eyes. You don't care as long as you have a butterfly. And do we really want to live our lives settling for half-dead butterflies? No. We want to create a beautiful garden that we're proud of, that is exactly how we want it, because we only have control over our garden. Okay, we're planting the seeds we want, we're watering where we want to water, and we're letting other things that match the vibes and the energy of our garden come in, and we get to pick. We get to decide what butterflies we want to stay. Having the options and being the chooser versus being the option and being chosen is a completely different energy. It is a completely different stance on life, and you are right now one or the other. You cannot be a soft woman and be in the option category, waiting to get chosen. To be soft, literally just think of yourself in a beautiful, flourishing garden, in a soft silk robe with feathers coming out, and you are just waiting. You're waiting, you're peaceful, you're calm, you're drinking your decaf coffee, and everything's right in the world. You cannot be these two people at the same time. You get to pick one. And I'll tell you right now from experience, this one is the easier option. She gets everything she wants without lifting a finger. People come to her, men come to her, opportunities, blessings, miracles, anything she wants comes to her. This woman right here. Law number 8 is everything is always working out for me. As I'm saying this video out loud, it's sounding very cliche, but truly these are mindsets and their embodiments. Everything is always working out for me. When you are posted up in your beautiful garden, listening to Sade in your silk robe and letting the butterflies come to you, you are repeating the mantra, everything is always working out for me. This mindset is not about ignoring what you see in your reality and pretending like the bills aren't piling up or the job that I wanted just rejected me. It's about trusting that life is always unfolding for you, not against you, but for you. It's always unfolding in your favor, and everything is sequential, and it's all lining up perfectly to bring you the thing you actually want. It is most important in this law that you go within. If you are not clear on those 4 things in your life, the people that you want in your life, who you want to be, the best version of yourself, and the life you want to live, you will not realize or recognize that things are always working out for you. Getting clear on your vision, sticking to that vision, and realizing that that little mishap, that little obstacle is unfolding because that big thing that you want at the end over there is requiring this little thing right here, this little mishap to take place. When you're a soft woman, you just really take a back seat. You don't like become passive in life, but a little bit passive, because not a lot of things require active energy. A lot of things, when you realize and when you really start to get into this soft embodiment, a lot of things do just require you to be passive. You are a creator, you're creating with your mind, your imagination, you're going out there, you're learning new things, but you're also allowing things to unfold the way that they want. As long as you have your vision, as long as you are understanding, this is where I want to be, this is who I want to be, this is how I want to live my life, and every single day I'm doing a few needle moving things, everything that happens in between, the contrast that I experience is happening for me. It is getting me to the bigger picture and the bigger goal. We just have to go with it. We have to laugh a little bit. There was one day a month ago where I tried to do 3 needle moving activities, and not one of those things happened. My memory card snapped in half. My video exported and then just randomly disappeared somewhere, just went poof. And then third, I recorded a video for 2 hours straight, a module in my course, The Feminine Protocol, and it never recorded. And at that point in time, I just started laughing, because what can I actually do? What can I actually do in that moment? I went to the store, grabbed a bottle of wine, came home, and just put on The Real Housewives of New York, and I called it a day. There is not much more you can do other than just laugh and accept what is happening right now is just happening. And just remind yourself always that everything is always working out for me. And when you repeat that, I tell you, your life will change. If you're gonna have a mantra, let that one be it. Law number 10 is being versus wanting. So you wanna be instead of want. Instead of wanting the next best thing, just practice being grateful for already what you have, knowing that this is the vision I have, but right now I'm content, I'm present, and I'm enjoying experiencing this moment right now. A soft woman is content with herself. She's content with the life that she's living right now. She knows it's all happening for her. Things are all working in the background. She's creating, and this sense of presence within her life makes her extremely attractive. It's really embodying that fulfilled, playful nature of like, I'm here, I'm just chilling right now. Like, I'm excited, I love my life, I'm drinking this coffee, decaf, and I am not thinking about tomorrow, I'm not thinking about next week, I'm not thinking about, all these other things that I have to do. I'm just present, I'm just being right now in the moment. Because when we're thinking in too far into the future, like all the time, yes, it's great to visualize and to project what we want for our future by, using our manifestation techniques. But when we're always in the future, we are not in the present. And then when we get to the future, the thing that we want, we're going to be doing the same thing. And when you build that habit of being in the present and then projecting into the future every single day and not enjoying what's around you right now, you will rob yourself of so much joy, because when you get to the future, you'll continue to do it again. And then you'll get to a point in your life where now all you're doing is reflecting on the past, the things you wish you had done, the moments you wish you had savored, all of those things. So this is a very negative cycle to get into, and it is the opposite of being soft. Soft woman, she's chilling, she's posted up, and she's cool. And soft girl law number 11 is stop rushing. You don't gotta be nowhere. Okay, rushing is a scarcity mindset. You feel like there's not enough time, there's not enough this, there's not enough that. Oh my God, I gotta get this done, I gotta get that done. There's not enough time until the next goal. Okay, calm the F down. Like, literally, the kids will get to school, you will make it to the job, you will make it to the appointment, and if you don't, you're gonna be 5 minutes late. What is the worst thing that's gonna happen? Like, it's really not that deep. You have to stop rushing. A soft woman is just calm, she's chilled. The woman in that hustle culture, that like go, 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 I gotta have this done, I gotta habit stack, I gotta have all these 15,000 things done in a day, is a burnt out woman that's living through a trauma response. Like, that is not a normal thing to do, for you to feel like you constantly have to do something, or there's the next thing you have to achieve, and that you have to fill up all of this free space with the other thing. Like, there's so many things as a brown woman that I've seen, especially with brown women and in Indian culture, where it's like, if I have that 1 hour free time, I'm not gonna rest. I'm gonna figure out this unnecessary task that I have to do. Like, something that I do not absolutely have to do at all. I'm gonna empty out the pantry because I have an hour of free time. Like, why would I not rest? Why would I not just put on Netflix? No, I'm gonna go clean out the pantry. And then we get resentful because now we never have time for ourselves and we're letting ourselves go, and all of these other things that start to pile on top. If we just relaxed, stopped rushing, and just stopped filling dead space with unnecessary tasks and took that time to rest, we would all be happier people. We would be happier women. And I know from experience that when I stopped doing that and stopped feeling guilty for resting and for not rushing and for being a little bit like, more passive and nonchalant, things just got better. When you fill your free time with the rest, you will feel so much better and more motivated and disciplined to do the things that you need to do. So those needle moving activities I talked about are non-negotiable in your life, right? We always have to balance our masculine and feminine, but when you're doing all of it, stop rushing, be present, be mindful, and just enjoy the process. If you want to learn how to be the full package A to Z, watch this video next.